Welcome back to my channel. Thank y'all for coming back. So this one is kind of special to me because this is my baby sister Star, and she's allowing me to give her a full-on slay beat down to the ground. So right now we about to go ahead and start with her eyebrows. Now my sister with her eyebrows, sometimes she like them thick, sometimes she like them small. As you can see, she don't really even have eyebrows, but we're gonna go ahead and create some for her. So right now I'm just using a black brown pencil that I purchased from the dollar store. And it was inexpensive. It didn't cost a lot, just $1. I mean, everybody can. So I'm just pretty much creating and filling in her brows, so she could go ahead and have that nice, kind of natural brow look. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. And of course, I'm going to clean it up because nothing is ever perfect, but we're going to try to make it perfect. So I'm cleaning her brows with the Fawn LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I'm just putting that. I'm gonna put that on underneath her brow, and I'm gonna also put it on the top of her brow. Just try to clean it up. It was kind of awkward for me to not like be in front of her and to do it like on the side. It was kind of awkward, but we kind of worked it out. So I'm applying it on the top, and I'm applying it on the bottom, and I'm gonna do that on both sides of her brow. So now I'm just priming her eyes with this LA Colors primer. I have found this at my local dollar store. And I was like, I just want to go ahead and try it out. I'm going to go ahead and blend it out on her lid, on each lid. As you can see, her skin is pretty much flawless. So she really didn't need a lot done, but she know I'm extra, so she just allowed me to do whatever I wanted to do. So I'm going into my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm gonna pull out that nice kind of like red shade, and I'm gonna put that right there in the crease area. I know I keep on like rough necking her damn face, but it was kind of awkward doing like shadows on the side. I don't see how y'all do that, but it was an experience. So I'm just putting that in the crease area. So now I'm about to go into the same palette and take out that dark brown, and I'm putting that like in the corner, in the outer corner of her eyelid, and I'm just gonna kind of pack that on because I wanted to go ahead and just use that green. I wanted to use green because that's what color shirt she had on. So I was like, we just do green or whatever like that. So we just go ahead and pack that on both sides. So now in the same exact palette, I'm using that black actually. So I'm about to say the darker brown. I'm tripping. I'm using that black because y'all know I like to smoke everything out. I just like to smoke everything out. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and conceal her lid. I'm not really doing like a cut crease. It's like a soft crease, if that's what you want to say. I'm gonna go ahead and use this LA Girl concealer, and it's in the yellow shade, and I'm just kind of packing that on her lid. Just applying that throughout the lid. Now she do have hooded eyes, so I was really trying to be, real careful with that because I didn't want it too high, but I also didn't want to do it too low, if that makes sense. So I'm just going ahead in that same palette using the same red. Now this is the same red that I put inside her crease area, and I'm just putting that on the outer corner just to kind of blend that that concealer that I laid down, so you won't see like the harsh lines. So I'm going back into my palette using that green, and I'm gonna put that all over the lid. Just so we can have a base when we lay down our glitter. Like I told you guys on another one of my videos, that I really don't like putting glitter really on top of concealer because it just doesn't look right to me. But if that's what you like to do so. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. So I'm just kind of putting this a lot of fallout with this daggone palette, but I'm just gonna go ahead and just pat it on there to my desire. You just pat it on there to your desire. I'm just putting that down just so I can have like that base for my glitter, as I mentioned before. So this glitter that I'm using is from Hip Dot. It's a website called hipdot.com. You get these, it's like a glitter liner, if you should say. And I'm just going ahead and pat that on top of her lid until I'm satisfied with the outcome. And you don't need glitter glue for that. And I also use a little bit of my eBay glitter. I told y'all, and I just added on top. I don't know why it stopped recording, but it did. But we're going to go ahead and just move on. I put some liquid black liner on her lid. you know, because nothing is never complete if you don't have lashes and liner. So the foundation I'm using on her is the D70 in the CoverGirl Matte, their new 24-hour matte foundation. I'm using D70 on her. Me and my sister's pretty much the same complexion. But you know, sometimes, you know, in the winter time your skin kind of change, so I just wanted to use that on her because I've used it on me and it was a great outcome and it worked fine for me. So I'm just going ahead and just blend that in with my foundation brush. And this is my sister, my biological sister. This ain't no fakey wakey. It's my real sister and she looks so flawless. I love her. So now she being my model. She holding up the Tarte Shape Tape, and this is in deep, and I'm just concealing around her eyes. She really don't need a lot of concealing and color correcting because her skin is gorgeous. She got gorgeous skin. She really don't need all that, you know what I mean, or whatever. She needs really a little bit, but like she knows I'm extra, so I'm just go ahead and just add it up there. So I'm just blending in with my beauty blender on the bridge of her nose, on her forehead, around her eyes, and on her chin. So voila. Yeah, I know this is my favorite. So this is the black opal, right? You already know I mixed the black opal 400 medium with my Ben 9 topaz, and that gives me my perfect highlights, and I love it. And it actually goes well with my sister because, you know, like I said, she that chocolate delight like her sister. So I'm just applying on her nose, her forehead, underneath her eyes, and on her chin area. So now I'm going to be using my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define concealer. This is in C17. I'm just going to go ahead and contour. She really didn't want all the contour, but I did it anyway. I'm just putting it in her cheek area, around her forehead, on her nose. So go ahead and kind of like, you know, slim and trim up them cheeks and that nose. So right now I'm just wiping away the excess powder. You don't have to bake too long because you don't want to have like that ghosty, you know, scary look when you take pictures, and you definitely don't want that flash from your pictures. So that's the only reason why I'm wiping away. I didn't let it sit long. I think it probably sat for maybe 2 or 3 minutes at the most. And I just love her face. I'm just so glad she came over to visit me so she'd be my canvas. So these lashes that I'm using is of course from eBay. Y'all already know it's from eBay. And I just set them up to the side just so they could dry before I apply them, because I didn't want to put it on her eyes while the glue was wet. Okay. So now I'm going into my Nicka K, and I'm just going over her contour areas with the Nicka K, and I think this is the deepest shade. This is the darkest shade they got. So I'm just going to go ahead and go over her forehead and her cheek area to try to go ahead and, you know, like I said, slim trim them cheeks. She got them old chunky cheeks. I love it. And I'm just going to apply it with like a shadow brush. Like I said, I didn't want to put too much on her, but it worked out fine. I'm satisfied with it. She was excited with it, and this is what we came up with. So I'm using this No Name brand blush. I'm just applying it on the cheek, of course. With a flat top brush. No Name on this brush as well. I think I got it from Five and Below. You don't have to use expensive stuff to look expensive, sis. So this is my LA Girl pressed powder in deep dark, and I'm just go ahead and going over all the areas that we applied our makeup on, just so we can set everything. So I'm using this rose water. I kind of scared her a little bit because she's always freaking cold, anemic, but I spray a little bit of rose water to set everything into place. And now I'm going into my Master Chrome by Maybelline. I think this is the Golden brand. And I'm just applying that in her highlighted areas. It looked gorgeous on her. It looked very gorgeous on her. Like I said, we was pleased with the outcome. I've done her makeup before, but this is the first time I'm actually recording it. And I'm glad she actually allowed me to do her makeup today. I was honored to do it because even though she wasn't going nowhere, she still allowed me to do it. So now we're going to be using these 2 lippies. One is from actually no, both of them are from NYX. Both of them are actually from NYX. That one right there is called Cold Brew, if I'm not mistaken. And the other one, I'm not for sure what that name is, but I could put it in the description box. She always loved dark lipstick. I don't know why, and it drives me crazy. I don't know why I be getting on her all the time about her always wearing dark lips. Sometimes dark skin, I mean, you gotta wear dark lips. But she loves dark browns and everything like that. And I have so many selections, so this is what she picked. And I thought it actually went perfectly. So right now I'm just putting on the hard candy caramel concealer, just so she can have like kind of like that ombre effect. Because I told her I didn't really want her to wear the dark lipstick. You don't always have to wear dark lipstick. And it came out perfectly fine. It came out really gorgeous on her. I'm glad she was my muse today. And you guys, thank you for watching. Come back.